Consider supporting the Sci-Fi Collective on Patreon from only $1 a month. Link below in the description.
Hello and welcome to the Sci-Fi Collective. We are still at Destination Star Trek Birmingham and I'm being joined by Ben from Hero Collector. So thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us, Ben.
That's a pleasure.
And so you guys have been going for some years now.
Yeah, we have.
I remember, I remember when you was first displaying back in 2012 and so eagerly anticipating the range, and it's gone from strength to strength since then. I mean, at the moment we're currently doing the unboxings for the Discovery ships, and they're absolutely stunning.
They are. Yeah, there's some pretty amazing design work's gone into those ships. They're like, and the original VFX models are so much more detailed and so much more spec'd up than the stuff that we had before.
And with the, are there any ships coming up that you're particularly looking forward to seeing get released? Because I know at the moment you're going through the XL range of ships as well, which are adding such a depth to everything.
Well, there's always something, actually. I mean, I know it sounds a bit sort of rubbish, but you know, every time we do another batch of ships or we make a plan for like what's the next 10 going to be or whatever, you always think, oh, we haven't done that, that's like really cool. So the things we've got that I'm really excited about coming up, we have the Discovery Enterprise, which is in the cabinet over there, which is lovely. I think particularly with a lot of the Discovery ships, when you actually get them in your hand and you can get the physical sense of them, they're really satisfying. But also we're doing some stuff that kind of really pushes my buttons as an old school fan. So like the old TNG models that didn't exist in CG, where we've had to rebuild them. So we've got GOM2 coming up, we've got the Chameleon Battle Cruiser, you know, those kind of things. That's always really nice to be able to do those.
Because that's the thing, at the moment, the main run of the Starship Collection, what issue is it on now?
Lose track, yeah, because I'm a few months ahead of you guys, because obviously we've been working on, I think it's like 136, I think is probably just shipping. Yeah, and we're working into the 150s at the moment.
And going forward, you've already covered near enough, like a huge range of ships. How much longer do you reckon the main line is going to go, or is
it? Officially at the moment we're due to finish at 160. We're actually having a look at the maths on that to see whether there's enough of an appetite for it to go beyond that. I think you reach a certain point with the collection when it's like, okay, look, we've done all the obvious ships, but there's still stuff that like the real hardcore collector fan would want us to do. That's, you know, I mean, there are, I think Ex-Astris has something like 650 ships listed, so you know, there's stuff in there that if it doesn't make it into the 160, I think the collection will still feel a bit incomplete. So we've been looking at, you know, how many of those there are and what we would have to do to include them.
And obviously, as now we're into an age where Star Trek is now back on screen.
Yeah, lots of Star Trek.
That's it. So do you think that going forward, things like the Picard series or things like that will come out as their own entity, like the Discovery series?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I mean, there are ships in the Picard show, I'm relieved to say. Whether we are able to run them as their own separate line or not, I don't know. Whether we offer them as like an upgrade to people's subscriptions. So, you know, when Discovery was announced, it was the only new show. Now it's just the beginning, which is so exciting. So we have to have a look at how we do it, but we will be there, and you know, we very much want to do the ships from all those shows.
And in the Hero Collector office, is there one particular model that's always got pride of place?
No. There's you'll be shocked and horrified. There's a bin where we throw out all the ones that weren't quite right. I mean, the thing that is best kind of changes from time to time. I mean, for me, the original series, like Matt Jeffries, Kirk's Enterprise, you know, season 2, is still like the definitive best Star Trek ship ever. But when you get something new in, it's always that bit of excitement. So like I said, right now it's probably the disco version of the Enterprise. It's like that's really, really nice.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us, Ben.
It's always a pleasure.
And if people want to check out the stock,
yeah, so if they go to, well, we have got pretty much everything in stock at the moment, which is unusual for us. A few little bits and pieces missing, so it's shop.herocollector.com.
yeah.
Tons of stuff on there, and of course Battlestar Galactica, which is going great, alien ships, and I hope in the next year or two we might have news about some other lines as well.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.